Excited to be here with you guys. Oh my God. So I had to come in here. I know I typically come in. We had our video out earlier today. For those of you that are new to me, hello, I'm Melissa Kathryn. I'm the queen of reinvention. We are here to go to our next level because we're better together. So here's the thing. If you keep sabotaging your own success, there's something that I want to share with you. I have a little story for you because I just got off with a client. And this was huge. This is really powerful. Our subconscious mind stops forming after the age of 8. So as adults, we're all running around with our subconscious minds and our wounding that's actually leading us. That's why we're reactive. That's why we have triggers. Well, listen to this story. So I'm on with a client and she says, I'm like, let's get closer here. Let's spill some tea. So I'm on with my client and she said that she was at a dinner with her family who was visiting and she felt so small and she found herself cooking, cleaning the dishes, doing everything, feeling resentful, frustrated, underappreciated. And then she came home and proceeded to eat and overeat and keep eating. And she was very aware, right? We've been working together. She's like, Melissa, I was aware. I saw myself and I was still like, I don't care. She's like, I was aware that I would be frustrated with myself in the morning. I was aware that I was sabotaging myself and all my success. I was aware that I would regret it and I just didn't care. And she said, she's like, in that moment, I even said to myself, go to bed. Don't do it. Like, you know what to do here. You know the processes. You've learned what to do. And here was the thing. She didn't care. Have you ever had that where you literally feel like you're having an out-of-body experience and you're witnessing yourself doing something that's 1000% counter to what you know you want to or should be doing for you? Maybe it's weight, maybe it's around spending money, maybe it's having that other drink, maybe it's sabotaging a relationship, right? I often find that when my clients, I have high achieving, successful women who want to be seen, they have big dreams, but it's their visibility wounds, we could call it so many different things, this fear of being seen. It's what had them play small most of their life that they run up against, and it hits them hard and fast, and it feels like a wall of resistance. And they sit there and they say, as my water cup is in the way, and now I just rhymed, and they say, Melissa, it felt like I could see myself. Now, this client in particular was hyper aware. She saw herself. It was like an out-of-body experience. She witnessed herself on autopilot, coming home and sabotaging her own success. She even stayed up late. And here's what I said to her. And this was so fascinating. So the next day, she reached out to me and we're on Voxer, this real-time walkie-talkie app, so I can support her. And I said, listen, journal, and I want you to tell me, come back in. And she said, I journaled and I saw that I literally got to see my inner child, my inner rebellion self, the part in me that was just like, I'm so effing sick of not being seen. I'm so sick of not having my voice heard. I'm so sick of, but here's the thing. She also said to me, and this was beautiful, and this is super hyper aware. This is like the evolved consciousness. She said, I also saw that it was me and my stories that I offered to clean. I offered to make the meal. I was the one who got up from the table. She's like, it was me with me. I was perpetuating a role in my family and in my life that I don't want, but I was doing it. And she said to me, because I teach a lot about everything is your mirror and everyone is you with you. You are just seeing representation of yourself pushed out. So she said, she's like, I saw that I created this entire experience, that it wasn't my I chose this dynamic. I didn't need to clean. I didn't need to offer to make dinner. I assumed a role that I don't want, that I've been living my whole life. And then I resented it and I made up stories, narratives about everybody there, about how they saw me and that this is what was expected. And then she's like, and then I saw that my inner child was so angry, so frustrated that I was reliving how I felt growing up. that I wasn't seen, that I wasn't heard, that I was underappreciated. And then she said that she's actually lived this out in her marriage, right? But she also saw the role that she's played and how it's played out for her. So here's the thing when we're looking at sabotage, self-sabotage. Guys, we don't sabotage because we don't like ourselves. We don't sabotage because we want to mess ourselves up. The sabotaging behavior is really a protection mechanism that we created, a role, an identity within ourselves that we continue to play. And we play it and we play it and we play it. And once we evolve and we become awake and aware, my clients are very aware. When women come into my community or they find me, if you're finding me right now, you're awake and you're aware. You're ready to go to that next level. And I found the most powerful way to go to that next level very, very quickly is to assume the new identity. And I will say, because this client came to me to do the process of reinvention that I take women through. And she said, Melissa, I never would have witnessed this, nor been able to put all of this together had I not gone through and started this process with you. She's like, because if I could tell you the number of times that I've come home and emotionally ate and really like seen it, but not really understood it. She's like, this time I actually felt the part in me that was like a big FU, that just wanted to eat and stay up late and not have responsibility and just wanted to do it in a way to numb the pain of not being seen. See, here's the thing. When we don't allow ourselves to express and to expand and to be creative, when we don't allow ourselves to show up powerfully, then we end up overeating, overcompensating, overdoing in a way that ends up being unsupportive to ourselves, right? It actually hits us the other way. And so the unexpressed self, it's so painful to be in our bodies in that way that we will overeat, we will numb out. And that's where the sabotaging behavior comes in. Now, here's the thing, the call to arms to not sabotage is now to not only witness the discomfort within yourself, but to actually step outside and see, oh, wow, I'm assuming and staying in a role that I don't like, that I've done my whole life. And now, no matter what your age is, whatever, you get to assume the identity that you're choosing. I share the process of reinvention and I say, we're no longer going to live an identity by default. We're going to redesign who you are by your design. We're going to reinvent the version of you that you've always been meant to be, stripping away old identities that were never yours to begin with. So I always want you to question, why am I doing this? Is this a thought that I want? Is this a narrative that I want? Is this a role that I want to play? You know, I've shared with you guys very openly about losing my mother a few days before Christmas, suddenly. Her birthday's on Thursday. It's like, it's a whole other thing. And what I want to tell you though, is it's fascinating to witness the roles that I assumed that I've lived into in my family dynamic, right? And being a half Italian, half Irish, growing up in that type of close-knit family. And there were certain definitely expectations of me that were not put on my brothers at all. At all. I mean, they talk about it. I'm not saying anything that they wouldn't agree with. And I've seen it play out even when my mom, we moved into caretaking, and even with my father now, you know, my mother not being here. And I say that to you because it's hard, but I've had to look. I'm not doing anything that I'm not teaching you guys to do anything that I don't live and breathe myself. I'm sharing this with you because I had to look within my own self and say, is this a role that I want to continue? Why am I assuming this identity? And this doesn't feel good for me. And there was an overarching assumption of me now taking on certain roles. And I also saw that I made a lot of assumptions to do that I found myself resenting and kind of going, wait a minute, like this, what? I don't really want this. So I say this to you again, because if you're finding yourself overeating, if you're finding yourself sabotaging your health, your wealth, you're not showing up and being visible. You want to start that business. You want to start that YouTube channel. You want to, you know, really level up your career or pivot completely. then that has to do with you being seen. That's a value, that's a worth conversation. That's, do you believe you're deserving and worthy of taking up space? Do you believe you're deserving and worthy of being seen? And not allowing the ego to stop you with stories of, I don't know what I want, or I'm stuck, or I'm unclear, or it's not going to work for me, or I'm not going to invest right now, or hiding behind your children or your spouse, or I don't have the money, or I don't have the time. Guys, these are all stories, and we all create them in a multitude of ways, but understand that the only excuses that exist are the ones that you create, and the only limitations that exist are the ones that you allow. That you are absolutely a limitless being, and your potential is bigger than any problem. So it then comes down to you saying, what do I want for this next chapter of my life? And do I want this next chapter of my life to be the best chapter of my life? Like, that's me. Like, I was sitting there and I'm like, I truly feel like I'm just getting started in life. And if we were reading my book of life, my first book of life has been epic. I mean, you could look at me and be like, wow, Melissa, like if I died tomorrow, I'd be like, I really lived. Like I lived, and I'm very proud of that. And I want more. Now I'm ready for something else. Now I'm ready for new. But that's the human experience. And if you're not growing and if you're not expanding, then you are dying and you're staying stuck. And this is what I will tell you without fail. For those of you that are like, I just want to coast and whatnot, the universe will throw stuff at you, so you have to grow and expand. The universe will force you out of comfort, whether you're choosing it or not. So I always tell my clients, wouldn't you rather be in the driver's seat and say, this is something that I'm choosing for me, as opposed to, oh shit, now I really have to start doing something. Now oh wow, I just got fired. Now I really have to start making an effort. So I want to say this to you because you have the opportunity right now to shift your identity and become the version of you that you want to be. And I have something for you that's completely free that you're going to love. I think you will, because I created it for you. It's completely free and it's epic and it's amazing. It's my 2-day live event happening here on YouTube, March 12th and 13th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mark your calendars. I'm going to put the link below if you want to join this and actually sign up. We have worksheets. It's amazing. I do these once a month. This is Reinvent Yourself. We do a full Reinvent series. This is Reinvent Yourself, Next Level Identity. This event is for high achieving women who are ready to go to their next level. And what I mean by high achieving, first off, if you're here, you're a high achieving, successful woman. It's you're ready to now have it all. You're ready to do it your way. You're ready to live life for you. You're ready to go after what you want and to be your highest and best self on your terms. Not because your parents said so, not in the way that your father or your mother, not in the way that your spouse said, not because your religion said, not because you want it, in the way that you want it. This event is for the woman that's going, I'm ready to be seen and I'm scared as all get out and I want to show up in a bigger way. And it's for the woman who knows that she's capable of more. That even if I could look at you right now, you might look like you're playing big, but you would look at me and go, I'm only showing up like quarter of the way. This event is to propel you to not only gain the clarity, but the confidence and to connect you back to your body. Because I believe that if you give me a woman that feels good in her body, she will be unstoppable and she will go for her dreams. And this event is going to combine how to really get clear on how to connect in mind and body to create the healthy lifestyle to also align you with your mind. So on day one, we're gonna go through mind-body connection. We're going to craft the next level identity. And in day 2, we're going to drop you into the energy alignment, the embodied state, and the frequency. And this is, it's off the chain. So I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm a master hypnotherapist. I have the psychology and reprogramming the subconscious mind and supporting women in eradicating self-sabotaging behaviors. I'm also a holistic nutritionist. And have a background in fitness, and I'm a world-renowned intuitive. And I take all of this and I combine all of this into an event where I tap into the energy and the frequency of what's needed for the collective right now. So women right now more than ever are awakening. They want authentic, they want genuine connection. They want to go higher, they want to be seen, and you are awake and aware and actually now know that you have everything that you need to go to that next level. And all we need to do is get you to believe. All we need to do is get those limiting beliefs out of the way so that you can go higher, because that is what is meant for you, I promise you. And when you start to tap into the limitless potential and energy that resides within you, and you get tapped and turned on and fully connected to the divinity and align yourself, everything is energy. And when you feel good, you do good. Your health equates to your wealth. Feel good, make millions, girl. This is all about identity shifting. You don't need to make millions to become a millionaire. You need to assume the identity of a millionaire to make millions. We don't need to lose the weight to then gain the confidence. I was talking about this in Limitless Academy last night. I asked the women, I said, okay, well, what are some of those things that you're saying that you want? And some said, I want to feel sexy. I want to feel confident, right? I want to own being an artist. And I said, okay, so what are you telling yourself you need to have before you can have that? And they were all like, whoa, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, there's a limiter. You're creating a time and you're creating a space parameter between you. You can claim confidence right now. So you have an inner dialogue, you have an inner conversation, a story that's telling you that you can't be confident right now. So what is it? And one of the women said, well, in order to be confident, I need to lose the weight. And I said, yeah, beautiful, backwards. You need to own confidence to lose the weight. Do you guys get what I'm saying? You need to own wealth to become wealthy. You need to own success to have the success. You've seen this, guys. You've seen it all online. You could take, so I saw it, guys, I started my business back in the day when like coaches weren't, it was like not even a real thing. Like we're going like way back. New York City was like nobody. I was a fashion designer, and people were like, my family's like, you're gonna quit your job and do what? And I was like, I'm gonna be a coach. And they were like, there were only coaches for like athletics, and the only other like coach was Tony Robbins. And then we had like Marie Forleo and like Gabby Bernstein, like we were all in this like, right? And I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God. And there were no women that were truly like, I'm having it all. You know, it was you know, their careers, their relationships were sacrificed. Having babies was a sacrifice. Like this was still kind of in the man's world thing, right? So I share all of this with you because I saw firsthand those who owned success and were like, oh no, I'm making it and I've got a big vision. They went straight to the top. Did not matter if they had credentials or not, and it did not matter how good they were, and it didn't matter what their success rate was. I can tell you this, I had so many colleagues that had credentials, doctorates, this and that, but they were not good at promoting themselves. They could not market themselves. They weren't good at sharing testimonials and promoting their success. So they always flew under the radar, and they never were able to make as much, nor really many of them are even out of business. If you own success, you will be successful. We see it all the time on social media right now. You have people where like they have absolutely no credentials, but they're owning that thing, and they're like, yeah, I'm making, you know, whatever. Now, if they're actually making that much a month, I have no idea. But I just want to tell you, own success, you'll become successful. If you doubt yourself, the world will doubt you. Everything is a mirror. It's you with you, lady love. Everything is about identity. I have studied manifestation. I've studied everything I've studied under everybody from Louise Hay to Wayne Dyer to all the people, and I can tell you this, I've also done it the other way. And I saw the most powerful transformations that I've had in my life, where I have literally quantum leaped very quickly, was when I just assumed the new identity and didn't question it. I didn't put it off. I didn't sit and stay in my head and think that I needed to create 100 vision boards or write it 1,000 times or sit and feel it over and over and over again. I just said, I'm choosing it. And I acted in accordance with it. And when in doubt, I just released the doubts, and I just got out of my head and kept moving. I kept doing aligned actions with the version of me that I knew would have the success, have the body, have the wealth. That's how I created a fit identity. That's how I transformed my body, and I've stayed at that weight for God, over 2 decades without a thyroid, having gone through cancer, like all the things. So I just say this to you because if you are really ready to go to your next level identity, I'm going to put the link below. It's a free 2-day event. I would love to have you. If anything, if you're struggling with sabotage in any way, shape, or form, please go back to the beginning of this video where I talk you through exactly what to do. It is simply just a part within you. And you get to witness that part and see it. And then you get to talk to it and ask it what it needs. Remember, there's a difference between parts and emotions. Emotions are nothing more than energetic frequencies, currents that run through the body. You can be a woman that's happy, that's having a sad, bad day. You can be a woman that's successful, that's down and out and maybe lost some money. You can be a woman that's healthy, that wants to eat crappy one day and sit on the sofa and just be lazy. Don't make an identity of being a lazy person or a depressed person or a sad woman or an angry woman or a negative person. Don't own identities that you don't want. Anything that precedes the words I am cements in an identity in your frequency in your field. Only proceed with words after I am that you want to own and inhabit as your own. Do you get what I'm saying? So an emotion is nothing more than an energetic current. Please, I have women in our Limitless Academy membership and Voxer and the like. I just didn't really feel like working out, but I know one of their goals is to optimize their health, optimize your wealth, right? And then I'm like, don't go off of feeling. If everybody went off of feeling, everybody would be overweight. No one would have any money. No one would save. It's our disciplines that give us freedom. You control your mind. Your mind is nothing more than a program. It's a computer. It's an artifact of past consciousness. You program the mind, and the mind informs the body. So you tell your mind, we're getting up tomorrow and we're gonna have an epic workout, and your body's gonna be like, we're up, let's go. But if you tell your mind, I don't know, are we gonna go? I don't know, I'm not in. Did you ever notice when you're like not definitive, it never happens? Decide, commit. The power in decision, epic. It's an energetic alignment that's undeniable. It's a locked in energy. It's plan B is off the table. And that's something I was teaching to the women that just went through my Weight Loss for Life program. And I was like, take plan B off the table. There's no plan B. You're not gaining the weight back. And I'm going to say that to you right now. There's no plan B. You're going to make the money. You're going to start the business. It's done. You're going to have optimal health. Like, there's no plan B. Stop putting a plan B. If you have a plan B, you'll always end up with plan B. You'll never get plan A. Take plan B off the table, bet on yourself, go all in. If you want my help with this, come to my live event online here, YouTube, March 12th and 13th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's gonna be epic, talk about online transformations. Everyone loves it. If you wanna see our last one, go under lives here, and you can see my last Reinvention event to get a taste of what it's like. Everyone loves it. I would absolutely be deeply honored to have you there. And if you feel called and want to work with me and be a part of Limitless Academy, this is our ongoing membership program. This is truly about, it's our life, mind, body mastery membership. This is your ongoing tap into your highest and best version of you. And I hold you to that frequency. You've got accountability, support, and community of other like-minded women. Limitless Academy, I will link that below. And if you are ready for your all-time reinvention and you want to do it with me, we have 4 spots left to join Reinvention, my 6-month course where you are actually going to do it with me live, which is so exciting. And this includes this. I've never seen a program like this on the market. It's a hybrid of private, group, in-person retreats, and daily accountability and support with real-time access to real-time coaching from me. So it's to ensure your highest results guaranteed next level transformation for the woman who's ready to go all in and wants her body, her life to be dramatically different. This is for the woman that's in transition and is like, I'm so over this. I'm so ready to like blow up my spot and have people just go like, what happened? Like quadruple your income, quadruple your presence, quadruple your happiness, the women that have done it with me, it's epic. I've done it multiple times and I'm so excited to take this next round of women through. So it's an intimate group of 16. I would love to have you. 4 spots left. We start April 1st. Apply below. It is by application only, and we'll make sure that it's the right fit for you. That's very, very important to me. So Reinvention, Limitless Academy, or join me for our live 2-day event, or just stay here, follow, subscribe, like. I'm in here multiple times a week, every Wednesday at 11, and we post 2 other videos on Tuesdays and on Saturdays, and I look forward to seeing you then. Sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays. All right, I love you all. Any questions for me, let me know. Put Reinvention below if you want to get a link to join the event. I'll also make sure it's here. And if you want Limitless, just put Limitless. And if you want to just say hi or you have a question for me, I would love to get to know you. I'm so grateful for you, honored to be here with you. And I'm so grateful for this community. You guys this is like my favorite place to be ever. Absolutely. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you tomorrow at 11. Bye.